Now, viewers, for long, the topic of menstrual leave has been hotly debated, but not much action seems to have been taken on the ground. Now, Larsen and Toubro, L&T, one of India's leading multinational conglomerates, has introduced a new menstrual leave policy, once again sparking wider conversations about the need for a uniform law for the same across the country. So let's tell you about what L&T has now done. Ahead of Women's Day, the L&T chairman has announced a new policy for women employees in the company. As per the policy, women will be entitled to a one-day menstrual leave per month. Now, this policy is set to benefit approximately 5,000 women employees in that company who comprise a total of 9% of the total L&T staff. This policy, however, excludes non-construction and non-engineering businesses like finance and technology, but this is because these sectors presently have a work-from-home arrangement. This policy has drawn praise from various sections of society, and there is now a call for a uniform law in India.
Larsen and Toubro, sir, has announced one-day menstrual leave. There are about 5,000 women working in the company. How do you see this move?
It should be more rather, I tell you. Because it's in some cases last 3 days, some cases last 5 days also. But whatever it has been done, it's a welcome.
So that's, of course, the comment coming from Udit Raj. We're also currently being joined by Shreya from Kolkata on more on this. And we're also, of course, being joined by our guest, Rashmi Samant, activist, as well as Barkhat Rehan as well. But first, Shreya, coming to you, tell us about what the reception on the ground is to the L&T company's introduction of a menstrual leave policy for its female employees.
Well, of course, in the ground, Siddharth, we are receiving very positive feedback. Like you rightly mentioned, it has been debated for a long time. This was long awaited. Right now, we are being joined by employees from the corporate. All of them are working women, and we are in Sector 5. Let me actually quickly go across to them. I want to ask you that this is, first for a major corporate house like L&T giving a paid leave for menstrual days. So how do you feel?
Hello, my name is Shomi and I'm working in this IT department for the last 7 to 8 years. So I think the initiative taken by L&T company is very impressive initiative, and they have taken just before the Women's Day, which is absolutely great. And I think it will help many employees. I think it's already it is benefited 5,000 employees according to you. So it will be very much advantageous. I think it's a very good approach.
So impressive is the word, Siddharth. Let me go across to more people. So how do you feel? You're also somebody who is working in the corporate.
Good initiative, and according to me, if the women get rest in their periods time, then they can work more better from the next day and so on. And show me what is said that we will all be happy if we get that chance in our company too.
So of course they are saying they will be happy if this is implemented in their own company. It will increase the productivity. What do you think?
हाँ, ये तो एक बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है, क्योंकि हमारे लिए अगर कंपनी ऐसा सोचता है कि हाँ तुम्हारा तबीयत ठीक नहीं है कि तुम एक पेड लीव ले सकते हो, तो हम लोग भी सोच रहे थे कि हाँ हम लोग भी कंपनी के लिए बहुत सारा चीज हम लोग सोच के काम भी कर सकते हैं कि कंपनी हम लोग के लिए सोच के ऐसा कर सकते हैं, तो हम भी उनके तरफ से बहुत सारा हम लोग की तरफ से एफर्ट देके हम ये कर सकते हैं। और ये वुमेन्स डे कल है, तो ये एक हम लोग के तरफ से एक बहुत अच्छा गिफ्ट है। तो जैसे L&T कंपनी ये इनिशिएटिव ले रहा है, तो हम लोग चाहते हैं कि बहुत सारा कंपनी भी ऐसे इनिशिएटिव लेके आगे बढ़े, ताकि हम लोग को भी वो फैसिलिटी मिल सके, ताकि हम भी और प्रोडक्टिविटी कंपनी में दे सकते हैं।
So of course, Siddharth, you can hear this is taken in an impressive way. They say more and more companies should be implementing this, and of course there is a very positive response.
Absolutely. Let's take this across to our guests. Rashmi Samant, coming to you first. Do you believe that there should be a national policy as far as menstrual leave is concerned, or a country like Japan, for example, leaves it to the discretion of the female employees and their respective companies to decide on a policy? What's a more flexible working arrangement in your view, ma'am?
Well, firstly, I think having the option of taking a menstrual leave is very welcome and something that's absolutely necessary in a country like India, which traditionally, civilizationally worships women. Yes. I think a more flexible approach to this is what is needed, because I think sensitivity cannot not be enforced. Sensitivity is something that spreads through awareness, education, and acceptability. If it's enforced, then it sometimes also leads to reverse bias, as you can, see in certain workplace environments. So I think through more education, through more sensitivity building, a more flexible arrangement should be brought in so that, more and more women have this option in their workplaces, especially in companies which are into civil infrastructure, mechanical engineering, like L&T, where the work hours are, longer, and the nature of work is also harder rather than, a sit-down job. So I think in such cases, more sensitivity is more than welcome.
Yes, we're also being joined by Vashni from Chennai, but before that, Ms. Barkha Trehan, coming to you. What's your view, ma'am, on what L&T has done in allowing their female employees to avail of menstrual leave? Do you believe this is a progressive step in the need of the hour?
I think while L&T virtue signal with paid menstrual leave, will they also grant paid stress leave to men? Will we think about that? Because as Women's Day is important, Men's Day is also that equally important. Will they allow that? Let me ask them this. Now, if women demand leadership roles and equal opportunities, they must compete on merits, not concessions, no special privileges. I have always been against all the special privileges given to women. If menstrual, as my fellow panelists said, is necessary, then we can deduct it from the sick leave. There are sick leaves. Everybody's having sick leaves, not out as free pass. Also, this corporate feminism should stop discriminating men in the name of empowerment. This is not right. We are doing very much wrong. At workplace, there should be no appeasement. No appeasement. I'm always against appeasement politics. Also, I'm against appeasement at workplace because we get equal work, we get equal pay, and we are working on our calibers, not any special provisions. We all are equals. Consider us as equals at workplace. Selective appeasement should stop immediately. I'm against whatever L&T has done.
Okay, but can an equivalence actually be drawn between physical discomfort that a woman experiences during a monthly cycle with stress that you're talking about, ma'am? We'll come back to that in just a short while. I'll get a response from Rashmi Samant as well on that question. But Vivek, a caller, joins in from Mumbai as well to give us his perspective. Vivek, what's your view?
Hi, definitely being a feminist, I think this is a very, very good initiative by L&T. And a lot of women will be having a second thought that, wherever they're working, their companies should follow this kind of parameters in their corporate profiles from the HR specifically. However, I just want to highlight one thing is that, women should not be misusing these kind of things. As per one of the panelists was just saying from the activists from the Chennai that, there should be no appeasement around. Women, India is the country of women power, and L&T has just showed us to boost, this power again and more, and hence the productivity will go up, definitely.
All right. All right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. A progressive view that he supports this particular initiative on the part of L&T. Let me go across to my colleague Vashni as well, joining us from Chennai. What do the people around you in Chennai think about what L&T has done, and what's their view on whether or not there should be some kind of a national policy that needs to evolve on the concept of menstrual leaves? Vashni.
Absolutely, yes. We will try and get in some words from people, particularly women who are working from Chennai, because this is a very big announcement that has come in, and there have been several, requests on this case also. First, ma'am, are you aware that L&T has announced one-day paid menstrual leave for women? What do you think about it?
I read about it. I think it's a great initiative, but I don't know if it is a window dressing by L&T because it comes on the back of a huge backlash that their MD faced, and when he had talked about 90 hours of working and things like that. But I think if corporates take this initiative, I think it will be like, it will snowball, and other corporates will also, take this initiative. So it's great L&T is taking taken this lead and really acknowledge some of the pains that women go through when they get into work and they have to juggle the responsibility. So I think it's a great job done by L&T. Thank you.
What do you think about this announcement that L&T has made?
Yes, see, menstrual is not a disease. It's a regular thing that women faces every month. If somebody is trying to be empathetic about the daily concerns during this period, it is a very, very good move. Menstrual is not equal for all. Somebody have it easy, somebody have it difficult. So I personally feel in the era where, we are connected to internet all the time, we have all the accessories and gadgets. If a company, especially bigger MNCs like L&T, is making a move which is, this is overwhelming for every women workforce because it really makes life very easy for us.
All right, thank you so much. So like you heard, women are appreciating and welcoming this particular announcement that comes. They say that it would make it much more easier for them to, be productive during such days. And that is what we are picking up from the ground.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Varshini. Let me go across to Rashmi Samant once again. Rashmi, you heard Barkha Trehan speak as well. She used an expression, women appeasement. Does this really qualify as women appeasement? That's question number one. And question number two, the other point that she did raise was that there are sick leaves that employees are already entitled to. Do you need a separate nomenclature called menstrual leave, or can women avail of a monthly off, so to speak, under the rubric of a sick leave itself? Your response to those 2 points raised by Barkha Trehan.
Well, firstly, I think, I think she's also raised a point about mental health. I think mental health, affects people across all genders equally. And that is something that we shouldn't mix up with this particular. Right. The second point was a women appeasement. I think giving a leave of 1 day per month as an option to women does not qualify as appeasement. But of course, yes, many political parties have tried to push this far, push for 6 days and, more and stuff like that. I think that will then, qualify as appeasement. But 1 day of optional leave, as Japan follows. Correct. And it gives a flexible, sort of a option to companies and to women to choose it, and women voluntarily choose not to take it. The option has actually reduced over the period of many decades, but having that option is, I think, very empathetic towards women. And physical discomfort, I think some women raised it. It's different for different women. Certain women, it's extremely painful, and it is something that they would like to have as an option. Absolutely. And I think
absolutely. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Rashmi, as well as Ms. Trehan. We are actually also receiving a call from a caller, Soran Das in West Bengal. Let me go across to him immediately. He wants to have a word too. Yes, Soran, your view.
Yes, I'm looking for why. Previously, L&T chairman asked to come for Sunday also. Now he is, yes, Sunday back, L&T chairman made this. But today, he is providing leave for the women. This is not viable at this moment. Separating women, giving a woman in separate way is not possible. For so long days, our mothers are working. We don't know what is period in our early days. But they always working. They didn't have their leave during the home.
They were working despite the physical discomfort that they were facing, sir. That's the point here. Of course, this is a debatable issue. We'll, of course, get some more perspectives on this as well. But for the time being, Rashmi Samant as well as Barkha Trehan, many thanks for your participation in this debate too. We'll slip into a short break right now.